Well, we're in a different location today, so this is the most appropriate time to talk about in this short video. Greetings, Starlast Forms, and welcome back to my channel. We are located in the south of England, between the two counties of Devon and Lyme Regis, which is really exciting. I'm currently staying on a castle estate for 7 days, and since I'm going to be doing that, I thought there hasn't been a perfect time to come down and film a video. So today I'm going to be talking about autism and going on holiday. Now, the summer holidays are coming up. Well, some of you may have started the summer holidays already if you finished your GCSEs, A-levels or university. But some of you are still at school, so you'll be counting down the days until you're off from school for summer. Yay! So I thought I would just have a sit down and talk about how people would feel about going on holiday. Some people on the spectrum may find it difficult to go on holiday away from home because I know some of them don't like change. If one person is very happy staying at home, then everything will be fine and calm, no problem. However, if there is change, such as moving to different places from your house to a holiday home, it can be very, very stressful, and it can be very upsetting as well because you don't know what's going on or you don't know what is happening. It can happen from your home county to another county about 100 miles away, or it can happen abroad as well. Either way, it's a lot to deal with. For example, you may be with your parents in this situation, or you may be with some people who are not your parents, such as aunties, uncles, cousins, and there are other times where you go on an autistic holiday group as well. And in either way, it's very difficult for someone to cope with. I know through my experience, it's been really, really tricky. The first time I went on holiday, I was really, really nervous. I was a very young child, and back then my autism was uncontrollable. Uncontrollable, yep, that's it, that's the way to put it. And it made it really, really difficult for my family. What was more difficult was going on holiday abroad. My parents said that they can remember me screaming all throughout the plane journey because I didn't have my toy, which is kind of like a safety blanket to me. And if you want to know what it is, that was Jess the cat from Postman Pat, because I had a phase with toy cats. And if there's some of you who follow me, then you'll probably know why I had this obsession. But if you don't, then I used to have a huge collection of toy cats. I also used to have a lot of homesickness, especially if I went away to a Girl Guide camp or going abroad with a holiday group. My parents have tried really, really hard for me to get my full independence, and there have been times where I didn't want to stay with the groups because I felt uncomfortable being away from my house, especially my bedroom, because my bedroom was the one place where I felt secure. And being away from it, that took my security and my comfort away. And I think I had a severe meltdown. Now that I'm older, I'm sort of getting used to it, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge as well because in September I'm going away on my very first trip to America, which is Disney World. It's awfully exciting, but it's really nerve-wracking as well because I'm going with one member of my family, but this will be the very first time I'll be away from my parents for nearly 10 years. I have been away from them before with a holiday group, but my holiday to America will be the longest time that I'll be away from my family, which will be 2 weeks. And that's going to be the biggest challenge of all. I don't know how I'm going to cope because it's new surroundings, new challenges and new tasks as well, because I am learning how to gain my independence. And being an autistic woman, it's really, really difficult because I haven't been pushing myself to get that social independence that I desperately need. What are my main tips for somebody who is going away on holiday? Well, first of all, always bring something that you feel secure with and you'll know you're going to be comfortable with it. So it could be anything from your favourite book, toy, security blankets, your drawing essentials, painting, anything like that. So for me, I've brought some science books that I would like to read, some library books, some sketchbooks where I want to do some drawing, my laptop so I can write stories, and my Leavers hoodie, because I know by wearing it, it will make me feel less anxious with all the stresses of moving from one house to another, especially if it's a holiday cottage, and it makes me feel settled and calm in a different environment. I haven't worn my chicken shed hoodie to different places on holiday before, but I have worn other hoodies, and for me, they tend to work really, really well. But I can get carried away, and sometimes I tend to overpack with more stuff, which leaves me carrying about 3, 4, or sometimes 5 bags of books, creative stuff, toys, anything like that. And that could be a negative thing, especially with my parents, because they tend to say to me, Sarah, you've overpacked, you've got too many stuff, are you sure you want to take all of this? And I'm like, yeah, I want to take them with you because it's my stuff, I want to. That's the only way that's going to make me feel comfortable. And I know having some bits that would be taken away from me, I would just feel a bit worried or a bit anxious. But the most positive thing for me is that I carry different books, essentials and clothes. I don't have the same obsessions like most autistic people do, and when I change holidays, I tend to outgrow some stuff. I tend to swap some bits from time to time. So, for example, I used to take my Tintin books, but this time I didn't take them with me because I didn't really see the point, and I know they're going to be all right back at my house, and I can bring them with me next time. If you are on the autistic spectrum, and if you had any experiences or tips for knowing how to cope whilst going on holiday, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I would really love to read them. So I'm gonna have to go because my parents are pulling up on the driveway. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave the comment down below or comments, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more future videos, and I'll catch you very soon. Goodbye!